welcome back to Fearful Harmony. Today we have a very special guest, YouTuber, creepypasta enthusiast, Geometry Dash prodigy. We have the one, the only, PigPigGamer. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to be on here.
I don't know if you still play Geometry Dash, but I know you're
No, yeah,
big
I
into.
do actually
Okay.
in my free time.
I see all of my friends are like so into Geometry Dash and have been like their entire lives, and I'm like the one friend who's kind of like catching up with all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I actually wrote it down so I can remember. I am currently on base after base.
Oh,
So I'm a little early into the game, but
yeah. I've beaten like several extreme demons. Those are like really hard levels.
I know a little bit about it. I've watched like Geometry Dash like cheating scandal videos, but that's like about my extent to the knowledge of the
Exposing.
game.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of
Yeah.
those.
And then whatever like my friends will tell me then. But yeah, I haven't played it in like a minute. I think last time I played was like maybe a month or two ago, but I'm like a perfectionist and I need to get the coins, so that's why I've been stuck on like the same levels for so long.
Yeah, and then those give you achievements if you get them. Or no, I'm thinking the demon levels. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I think there's Steam achievements. I do the Steam one. I don't
Yeah.
even. But anyways, kind of before we just like get into talking about only Geometry Dash, you're a YouTuber. You do YouTube.
Yep.
What got you into YouTube specifically and kind of just like making videos in general?
Okay, so it goes way, way back to like 2012 or whatever. I started out making Mario plushie videos,
Of
not because
course.
of Super Mario Logan, because of like cute Mario Brothers and other channels.
Yeah.
So I just kind of grabbed my like really crappy like iPhone 3 camera or whatever and just film unscripted videos with my plushies. It's really low quality. It's funny looking back. I like looking back on them because they're really funny. But yeah, and then and then Dan TDM is what really like I saw his mod showcases and I was like, hey, I kind of want to make this an actual thing. So then I started to actually, try YouTube. Before it was just me screwing around, but now I actually want to try. So I did
Yeah.
Minecraft mod showcases. I had like characters like one called Mr. Pig, which was kind of my Treoris. Um, so I was basically just trying to be Day in TDM, but then over the years, I kind of, tried out stuff. Geometry Dash is what really helped my channel take off. And then I eventually got to Creepypastas, and that's what got me to where I am now. So Geometry Dash and Creepypastas are kind of, I bet if it wasn't for Geometry Dash, I don't even know if I would have gotten here in the first place, because that's what kind of kickstarted everything.
Yeah. When was like the kind of like the switching point between like Geometry Dash and like creepypasta content?
Early 2023, actually, not that long ago, my channel was practically dead looking back, like practically dead. Like I basically kind of stopped uploading consistently for a very long time, and as a result, everything just kind of nosedived a little bit. So I returned to, making my usual stuff, and then I decided to make something a little different, and I made the ranking every mouse.avi remake, and I thought, okay, this will just be a one-off. Maybe it'll do decent, but then I'll go back to my regular stuff. But no, not even like a month later, the video took off and instantly revived my channel. If in fact, it put it in a better spot than it ever been in my entire life. That was the best growth I'd seen ever. So it was so I knew I had to make a follow-up, so I did, and then from there it just became a whole thing.
Yeah, I've noted there's a lot of it's the ranking series, and then like you started doing like explained. Is that like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know if there's like
explain
an
videos.
official title for the series or like
I just call the explain series. I just explain stories that seem real, but either are actually real or fake. Like, for example, I covered one called Rap Rat, which is like,
You
do
know
you know
what's
about
funny?
that?
You know what's funny? I
What?
heard about that for the first time last night. So
Oh my
I
God.
had heard of it very roughly, like literally one of the only like experiences I ever had with it was the thumbnail from one of your videos and like maybe one or two offhand mentions. Maybe Vibing Leaf brought it up when I talked with them, but anyways, last night I was finishing up editing my video, right? And I've
Yeah.
been listening. There's a YouTuber, Source Brew. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah,
him.
they do really good videos, and they do some of my favorite things. I call it like second monitor like content, where like I could pay attention to it, but like it's enough where like I don't have to be looking at it all the time, right?
Yeah, it's just background noise.
But yeah, and I was listening to, they had an 11-hour lost episode creepypasta. It's an iceberg, but it's really just like a reading of all of them, which is
Oh my
great.
god.
And the Rap Rat one came on, and I was like, wait, that's what that is? I always thought it was like an analog horror thing. I didn't know it was like a creepypasta.
Yeah,
So,
like the game itself is completely real. Like there's like
it's
videos
real?
of like it's real. Yeah, the game is real. Like there's people selling it on eBay. There's videos of like the game VHS. It's completely real. The creepy stuff isn't, but the game is real.
Okay, well, obviously, yeah, Rap Rat's not coming.
Yeah, he's
I
not
would
gonna
hope
come
not.
into your house.
I'm
and
looking
kill
this
you or
up
whatever.
right. What?
Yeah, no, I was shocked too when I found that out. I thought it was completely fake, but no, it's part of it. It is real.
I'm just like in shock. Well, obviously someone made the story based off of it, but like,
I assumed everything was fake. I thought the game was fake, the story was fake. No,
all right, James,
the
throw
game
this
was
up on
real.
the screen. I'm just gonna send you the picture now, but oh my god. Context for, cause let's see if I remember this, cause I heard about it last night. For anyone who doesn't know what Rap Rat is, it's like a creepypasta. Well, I guess it's a real game. It's a creepypasta about like this board game VHS hybrid, and like the rat was like the copies were possessed by like some. Was it like a kid whose blood like seeped into the copies or something?
I don't remember. I haven't read it in a while.
And then like the rat will show you like your greatest fears, and then like
Yeah.
if the VHS is on, he comes to kill you, something like that.
It's
I
yeah,
didn't
it's
know
like
that was
possessed.
real. That's crazy.
That's why I made the explain video. I wanted to be like, just clarify. The game is real, guys. All right,
Yeah.
you can play it if you want.
I'm
But
just
the
like, I'm
story's
in
fake.
shock, really.
Yeah, I could not believe that when I found that out. Like, there was a whole commercial. There's two commercials actually that I found, and then there's like eBay listings, pictures of the game. It was just.
I need a copy of that.
It's just
game.
funny how the creepypasta is more popular than the game itself. Like if you search Rap Rat, all you get is the creepypasta. You obviously get like the actual game, but
that's funny. That reminds me of another one that was on that same video, the Black Friday incident. So that was like a creepypasta about like the Toy Story like before the original like draft of like what the movie is now, how Woody was like mean basically, because that was a real thing. So it was kind of a real thing, but the story took some creative liberties. So in real life, it was people wanting the movie to be more edgy or whatever, and so they made Woody like this ruthless kind of mean guy, irredeemable, right? That was the original draft of the movie. People didn't like it. It turned into what it is now. In the story, it goes the same way, except Disney is like insane and keeps wanting more edge, and then the writers like die, and then like Woody in the animation like rips his skin off and like eats it or something. So not quite what happened in real life.
yeah,
but...
no. Like the real thing is real, but it's lost media. Ooh,
Yeah.
no one can ever see it.
I'm still in shock that Rap Rat is real, because I'm just like, I mean, I guess it like makes sense, because like pretty much every lost episode or creepypasta kind of related to that is based on something that's real. So
yeah, like Red Mist based on SpongeBob. SpongeBob is very real.
It's actually funny you bring up Red Mist. So how I actually discovered your channel was from the Red Mist like rankings, because I think that's when Vibing Leaf did theirs, and that was kind of
Vibing Leaf's video was in that.
Yeah, that was kind of like when I don't want to say creepypastas have made a comeback, because they haven't really, but like they kind of have, thanks to like channels like Vibing Leaf and stuff like that. But like that was like the first big one I see. I'm like, oh my god, Red Mist is back. Like I've liked creepypasta since I was like a kid. This is cool. And I saw your ranking video. It was my first...
the Red Mist one did really well, so I could see how you found me from that.
It was my freshman year of college, and I was just like laying in bed, and my roommate was I think he was like blasting Madden or something like that. I put my earbuds in. I'm like, need a video to watch. And I watched that, and I watched the entire thing in one sitting, and it was like 2 in the morning. And listen, I do creepypasta and like EXE and all that stuff. I'm desensitized. It's not that scary. But when you're like basically passing out and you're tired and you're paranoid. I watched that entire video and I was laying in my bed and I was like, Squidward's gonna come and get me. It's over.
It's over. The red mist is coming.
But yeah, no, that's how I discovered your channel and I went through all of it. I love long form content, especially for when I have to like work on stuff. And honestly, the ranking videos are absolutely perfect for that. But,
Yeah, I remember when I was a bit too. I was like, do I really make them like 2 hours long? And I was like, wait a minute. Not only could this be good for watch time, but you know, there's more content. And people
yeah,
like the longer stuff. So I was like, screw it. I'm gonna make these. Like my most recent one, Cupcake ranking every cupcake streamer. It's 3 hours.
that was
3.
3 hours. I don't remember if I finished that one. I started it and then I stopped it because it was I think it was like late and I wanted to go to bed and I was like, I should be
Yeah.
watching this before bed.
Yeah, that one has a lot in it because it was my first one since November because I was working on the 5-hour My Little Pony episode rankings. So I kind of took some time off YouTube. I still can't believe I did that.
No, that was crazy. I personally not like a fan of My Little Pony,
Yeah.
but I saw that and I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I looking back, I can't believe I did that. Seriously.
no, I do wish that one maybe like took it because I understand like maybe your audience like that's not what
Yeah.
they were there for, and like I mean as a YouTuber I understand that, but like still that's insane because even YouTubers like Ellis Mark who do giant ranking videos like that over 5 hours is still insane. Like how long did that take to render? I'm curious.
Let's see. I spent 4 months watching everything and script writing. I did both at the same time. And I edited along the way, and I had to spend an extra 2 months editing, finishing, because I thought I'd finish in December, but no, I finished in like late January. So then it took like, I don't know, 3 hours to render. I was very lucky with that. My PC can just
Oh my
render things
God,
pretty
yeah.
quickly. But the problem was when I tried to upload the original video was gonna be 5.5 hours, but Hasbro decided no.
Yeah.
You have too much copyright content here, buddy. So I had to re-render it, and then it was fine. So
Yeah, that's why I'm always kind of, I guess like I've thought about covering like other horror media and like movies and TV shows and stuff like that, but I'm too worried to because I'm not too familiar with how that copyright system works. And
yeah,
then
they didn't block my video, but I was like, I'd kind of like to make just a little money off
yeah,
of my
over a
6-month project.
5 hour video, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of sucked if I spent 6 months on that video just for it to get no revenue.
Yeah.
So.
So out of all the creepypastas, it doesn't even have to be ones that you reviewed. What is your favorite? And what's the worst one you've had? Maybe not
Ooh.
like the worst, like objectively, but like in your eyes, the worst.
So out of all the ones I've like ranked so far covered.
Mhm.
Okay, so my
You
favorite
could bring
one
up
I've
other ones
covered.
too.
Yeah, like probably the favorite, not my favorite ranking video, but my favorite like pasta I've covered is probably like mouse.avi. That
Okay.
one just stuck with me for so long. I discovered it in 2016 actually. I was a bit late to the party for that one, but but I discovered it because there is a character in the game Five Nights at Treasure Island called Mouse. I'm not gonna say the word. I don't want your get demonetized either.
We use the
YouTube
word
is not
red
like-
mist here as well. And,
Yeah, red mist.
Kind of sorry, quick off tangent. I have a video from like it's almost 4 years ago now where I talked about lost episode creepypastas, and I totally call red mist by its original name like 80 times. And somehow it has not gotten like demonetized or
It's
anything.
not.
Well, I mean, it's an older knock on video, knock on wood. It's an older video. Sorry, I got my words mixed up. And it was before I had any audience like at all, so maybe YouTube just looked over it. But
Yeah, maybe.
anyways, go on. You talk about mouse.avi.
Yeah, so I discovered it because I discovered that character in Five Nights at Treasure Island, and I looked it up, and I saw these animations, and I'm like, what is this? And I looked into it, and it was a creepypasta. I'm like, how have I not heard of this? Like, I'm pretty sure I heard of Red Mist way before that. Like, I remember seeing, like, the YouTube videos, like,
Yeah.
Red Mist real footage. I was too scared to click on it because of the thumbnail. But yeah, and so I was too scared to watch mouse.avi for, like, 3 years, and I finally, was like, all right, I'm a teenager, let's do this. And I was like, that's it? This is what I was scared of? So, yeah, but I don't know. It just kind of stuck. I guess the concept of it is just cool. Like the whole walk cycle thing, it gets progressively worse. And it's It's old too, so it's pretty like for its time, it's pretty good, I'd
Yeah.
say. So
For me, I think it's a tie between two. If we're going strictly by ones you've covered, bootleg SpongeBob. I love bootleg SpongeBob.
Bootleg
And
SpongeBob is actually pretty good.
the way I found out about it is so funny too. When I was like 11 or 10 or however old I was, I found a post on Pinterest and it was like, "Which creepypasta are you? Stop the GIF and like find out." And I stopped it and it was bootleg SpongeBob and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And like I had been ever since I was like, God, how old is Slender Man? Like 2012. Ever since
20,
then,
yeah.
I think 2012, yeah. Ever since then, I'd been into like creepypasta stuff. Um, so I kind of knew, but I had no clue what that was, and I like looked into it, and it scared me really bad because of the Wikipedia, the GIF, like it
It
blinks at
blinks,
you,
yeah.
and I wasn't expecting that. I was like, I'm out, I'm out, I'm out.
Yeah.
But ones that you haven't covered, Candle Cove, and I know that's like a very popular one, but
Ooh,
Candle Cove is amazing, and I will stand by that.
that's
And it might also be because of the Channel Zero show, if you've ever heard of that.
yeah, didn't they like have it
They did
Candle
a
Cove?
Candle Cove season, yeah, and I thought
Yeah.
that was amazing. But, how about the worst?
The worst one I've covered. Ooh, okay, so I think I think out of all the ones I covered, I gotta say like probably Dead Bart.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean Cupcakes is like mainly like Cupcakes in my opinion is fine. I like it did a good job at scaring people. It is mainly just like a gore fest though,
Yeah,
but
that's why it
it's
scared
not
me
the
as a
worst.
kid. Yeah.
It's not the worst, I'd say. I know some people would probably say that one's the worst I've covered, but I don't think it's that bad. Um, but Dead Bart is just it came after a lot of like the like Red Mist, mouse.avi. It basically is just cliche hell. Like
It's
ooh,
so
hyper realistic.
dumb.
Ooh, he's dead. Ooh, blood. It's just it's really
I,
generic. It's just
I was
and like
explaining it. Oh god.
it's cliche hell. That's how I describe Dead Bart. It's just full of cliches. And the thing is, I feel like they could do something kind of like that for a Treehouse of Horror. It doesn't seem too far off from something The Simpsons would do. Just take out like the blood and stuff, and then yeah, like they've had episodes where like you could say like there's this one shot where like Homer's like holding like Bart's like skeleton or something. Like they could just do something like that, and then boom, Dead Bart's real. But like Red Mist, that no, you that can't that SpongeBob would not do something like that. Mouse.avi, Disney wouldn't do something like that. It's just
Red Mist just holds a special place in my heart because that was one of the first ones I found out about. I remember my brother, back when we like shared a room when we were kids, would like want to watch the Red Mist video, and I was like, no, 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 and I like he played it while I was in the room, and I was scared shitless. But also Red Mist got an official reference, which after re-listening to the story, I can understand why they removed it.
yeah,
Like, in
I
my
was
mind-
mind blown when I found out about that.
Yeah, I lost my mind because that was what 2019. It was one of the
Yeah,
first tweets I
2019.
ever made was being like they put Red Mist in SpongeBob. Holy shit! But
Like props to that guy for putting that in. That was
yeah,
really
that
good.
guy
I
definitely
like
got in trouble. There's no way because I listened to the
yeah,
story again,
that
being like, oh yeah, it's just gonna be like it's Red Mist, and it's like dead children, eyes popped out, guts everywhere. I'm like, I forgot how like horrible this was.
yeah, it's yeah, no.
But it was really funny you bring up Dead Bart because that same video I was talking about, the lost episode, I was listening to Dead Bart while I was working and talking with my girlfriend, and I was trying to explain to her like the beginning of it. So I was like, all right, so imagine the creator of The Simpsons was like so upset over an episode, like that wasn't even that bad. And then when someone asked him about it, he gave him a link to a website that gave him a bunch of viruses. It's so,
Yeah,
why did he do
computer,
that?
like melt or something?
His computer
It's
breaks
so
beyond
stupid.
repair. Why did Matt Growing just have that on hand? But that's fucking
Like-
hilarious. He's like, all right, fine, I'll give you the episode, and then like actually just killed his computer.
Yeah, why would he give some random fan it? Like the whole beginning just makes no sense. It's so
He
funny.
left the panel after someone asked about it hours early. Like, dude, what the hell?
Like what?
But I think my least favorite. Ooh, I want to say from an objective standpoint, I don't like what is it, Max and Ruby 004.
Maxer 0004.
I want to say I like the concept almost kind of a little bit, but I don't know. There's something about it. It feels
It's
very. I don't want to
cheesy.
say cheesy. Yeah, I feel like that's part of the charm. You know, that's part of the charm with like 99% of creepypastas.
Yeah.
Is they're almost a guilty pleasure, but like I can't help but love them. But let me look at the list really quick of what you've done because there's definitely one I really don't like. I think it's a SpongeBob one. What is it
Oh, it's
called?
a SpongeBob one. Ooh,
I
usually
I
the
love
SpongeBob one.
SpongeBob. I don't know if you could see. It's kind of hard to see. I could
Oh,
put my
I can
webcam.
see that. I think
There's
the
a sponge.
SpongeBob
I have
thing.
a SpongeBob TV. Yeah, I forgot I have a webcam as well as
Oh
a
my god,
camera.
SpongeBob TV.
Yes, I am like a diehard SpongeBob fan till the day I die. But there's one. Now, I think Max Ruby is worse than this one, but no, not faceless. Yeah, 725 2005. And I was
Oh, that one?
having I was having this conversation with Vibing Leaf cuz they don't like it either. They're not a
Oh, they
fan
don't
of it.
like it either.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
it's
what
because
I
it's
was
too
saying.
simple.
Uh, yeah, and I don't know. Maybe it's because like there's just so many SpongeBob creepypastas, and like
Yeah,
when
so
things
many.
like Faceless come out, it's like okay, they can do this well because I do really like Faceless. It's a unique
Faceless is
idea,
kind of
and then
unique.
it was one of the remakes you covered. What was his name? He made a really good video on that, like a remake of
On Faceless,
Rodrigo. Was that it?
Rodrigo. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rodrigo.
he
Oh,
made a
Rodrigo's so good.
phenomenal. I loved that one. Like
Yeah,
that is
Rodrigo's
good.
really good.
Um, but just with like 725 2005, maybe it's because like it was around that time when like people were starting to introduce more like analog horror elements into creepypasta,
Oh
and
yeah.
I just wasn't like the biggest fan of it. I don't think it's the worst one, definitely not.
Yeah, it's
Especially creepypastas in general. there's some
yeah, it's
bad ones.
definitely far from the worst that you could get.
Have you ever heard of Family Guy Meg's No Longer Living? I can't say that word.
Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna go on a rant here. All right, you can't make Family Guy scary because half the crap you can put in a story has happened in Family Guy. Like I'll never understand. Oh my god, I need that.
I don't know why. I think it was like it's a crazy coincidence. I was like, I need to put something on my bed like for the podcast. And I was like, just throw Stewie on there.
Yeah, I have like Garfield and 4 ponies there.
I
just
mean,
lined
I
up.
don't know if you know what my necklace is, but that is a
Is that Brian?
bedazzled Brian Griffin. I have
Oh
worn
my
it in like
God.
almost every single video since like 2021.
That's funny.
But yeah, that one was rough because it was taken seriously. I'm pretty sure. I always try to well, I don't like do crazy research, but like if I think something is like a troll pasta or like fake, I'll just like look and be like, is it on the wiki or whatever. But that one Family
Yeah.
Guy one where like Meg's like everyone hates me, and then she like cuts off her fingers and eats them, and then like the whole family eats her, and she like shoves a flute in her throat or something. I don't know. I covered it in that video I was talking about that I did like 4 years ago, because I was just in shock after reading. I'm like, who wrote that? That had to be like a 12-year-old or someone was like,
Yeah.
all right, just red mist time to create this. I was
Trying
like,
to make a Family Guy, even though Family
Yeah.
Guy is already violent enough.
yeah, but I don't know. It's hard for me to like hate creepypastas. Like I can acknowledge when they're bad, but when they're like that bad, it's almost like good in a way because how hilarious it is that they exist. Like Dead Bart, like
Yeah.
who made that?
Yeah. Like there's this one troll pasta called Garfield's Horrible Joy. It's
Yeah.
so funny. It's
You know-
so I literally made an April Fool's video where I explained it and said it was real, and then at the end I put like Bill Murray's Garfield dancing with like Texas trolled LOL.
I remember that because I don't know how it might have been a Phantom Strider video, but I had heard of that creepypasta before too. And I was like, how do I know this? Like, how have I heard this beat for beat? And how do I remember it?
It's so funny. I like it because it's funny. That's why.
And then, I mean, I guess because of what it spawned, I can't really hate it. But the Sonic EXE creepypasta, which, hey,
Ugh.
you ever do a Sonic EXE, like, rank it? I don't really know how you'd go about it because a lot of, like, the remakes are mostly games.
They're like actual games.
I'm here for it though, because that's like my thing. I mean, I got on my wall here. If I could take it
Luigi
down.
kid, I have to pay up Luigi kid. Hey, do you wanna rank Sonic EXE?
I would do. Oh, have you ever because Vibing Leaf did a remake on it, so I'm sure you may know what it is. But Pen Drive Azul.
Oh, actually, I
That one's
may
really,
not be familiar.
I
with that
really
one.
like that creepypasta. People consider like the precursor to Sonic EXE. It was just a coincidence, and it came out before Sonic EXE. But Vibing Leaf did a really good remake on it. They literally made a game about it. The only thing I don't like about it is that the flashing lights are insane, which is part of the story,
Oh.
but like, like it's a bit much.
Yeah, even I don't have epilepsy, but flashing lights can still be a
No.
lot for me. It just hurts my eyes.
Especially with what we do, with what we cover, and like so many people in like the past decade who've made creepypasta remakes and EXE games, all this stuff, they say flashing lights, well, that's terrifying, throw it on the screen.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate when like I know it's like the dumbest thing and most obvious thing ever, but when people put warnings, and I know you've put warnings as well.
I
for
put
stuff
warnings
in
at
the
the
game.
beginning of every video.
It is
like
the
flashing lights.
easiest, the simplest thing ever. And it's like something I noticed before I even became a creator. People won't put warnings, and it's like, okay, just take like a couple seconds to put text at the beginning or something. And I've personally had fans like come to me and be like, hey, thank you for putting these warnings. I am epileptic. And I'm like, first of all, you are in a dangerous part of YouTube if you're watching creepypasta content.
Might want to watch.
Please
Might
stay
not wanna watch
safe.
these.
And second, like, that just like makes me feel better because like that one, like I hope no one like passed away from something like that, but like you might be doing something good and just putting like a couple words on screen, you know. So
Yeah.
anyways, I forgot what we were even talking about. We're talking about like Dead Bart.
I think we were talking about our least favorite creepypastas, and we talked about Family
Yeah.
Guy and Garfield.
There's a lot of that. I like the Nostalgia Critic Lost episode where he kills all of the channel awesome members. It's
Oh my god.
great stuff. Doug Walker.exe is a crazy character.
That sounds interesting.
And also, kind of in the past like year or so, you've also started. I know you've done stuff in the past as well, but you've started doing non-ranking like horror themed videos, like
Yeah.
specifically your screamers. What kind of got you into like doing that style of video rather than your traditional like creepypasta reviews or rankings?
I mean, it all comes down to just, I want to, someone's got to make, what they want to make.
Yeah.
So so what I do is, and also it helps the upload schedule stay consistent. So it won't just be ranking all over the place. So yeah, every now and then I squeeze in a little like variety video, like the Screamer video you mentioned. I made a video on the Lost, another Screamer,
This is another Screamer, yeah.
related video, Mario 64 Big Star Secret. I made that. I still consider that one of my favorite videos because of how much passion I put into it. It's a topic I'm really interested in. So I was like, I want to make a video on this because the search kind of died, and now it's in a good spot. They got new footage and everything. I'm hoping we make more progress with that.
Like, was it
There, not the full
or...
video. A new reaction video to it was found like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, every now and then I squeeze in variety like that, just stuff I'm interested in. Screamers are kind of a topic I have interest in, and it's kind of horror related. So it kind of works. So. Yeah, and then obviously, like other stuff like the MLP ranking and the what else? I think the Mario movie review. I reviewed the Mario movie.
I think I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just stuff like that. Just to help things stay, varied. So like two sides community happy, there's some people who like my other stuff and people who like the creepypasta stuff, so just to please both people. Although Geometry Dash I plan to upload on my second channel because I do want to make more GD videos, but obviously if I upload a bunch on the main channel, they would probably not do that well, even though GD kind of kickstarted my channel. But the second channel, I can just upload whatever I want on there, so.
Yeah. And you don't want to, like, alienate your audience, Just, like,
yeah, that's my, biggest concern with, like, uploading too much of, like, stuff that will flop. Like, what if I accidentally kill my channel again? I don't want that to happen again. So, it's like, YouTube gave me a second chance, I'm taking advantage of it.
So, are there any videos or video topics you have in mind that you can maybe share with us?
The only one in mind I have right now, or like two, I want to review the Garfield movie that came out a few months ago, the one with Chris Pratt, because I watched it and I thought, I'm gonna leak my personal opinion. It's not that bad. It is not that bad. Okay, I'd go as far as to say it's actually pretty good. for a Garfield movie, especially when you compare it to like Bill. I personally find the Bill Murray movies funny, but I can understand they are kind of they're kind of
I have
goofy.
something. Wait, you've reminded
Oh my
me.
God, wait.
Hold on.
If this man has a Garfield movie DVD.
Oh, I have something better. This was sealed when I bought it too. Wait, let me just make sure there's nothing on here that'll dox me. Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Don't want to do that.
Because I bought this in my because there's like a game store downtown where my college is at. Let me rip that off. This is Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties on PC. It is the most disgusting. It's full in box. It came with all the stuff. I've never played it. It is still like sealed, and the box was sealed too. But it's so disgusting. Like there's like tape and stuff like that on here. I don't. I don't know what happened here, but that's one of my favorite, because I collect like old computer games. That's like one of my favorite things that I have, and I thought it was funny you brought it up, because I don't think I have ever acknowledged.
I have like 2 DVDs of that for some reason of the movie. I don't know why we do. We just do.
As for rankings, do you have any creepypastas maybe you'd like to cover? Maybe not necessarily that you're in the process of covering, but something maybe you'd like to.
I guess I could leak a couple ones I have in mind. So the next one, yeah, it's Toad Buff exclusive. If the
well, Fearful Harmony,
fans
but yeah,
found this video, then good job. You've stumbled across this. So Rap Rat is gonna be the next one. The one we were just talking about.
Wait, that's sick.
Yeah, people made a bunch of them. So yeah, and then after that, have you heard of the Nickelodeon It's another SpongeBob one. So that'll be like my, I don't know, 5th or 6th SpongeBob
That's
one.
fine.
Yeah,
I love SpongeBob. I'm here for it.
yeah, SpongeBob is goated, so I don't mind doing another one. And then I really wanted to do.
What is the SpongeBob creepypasta?
The Resignation one.
Resignation.
Yeah, the one that I plan to do after Rap Rat.
What is Resignation? I don't think I've heard of that.
It's gotten a bit popular recently. It's like this guy this Nickelodeon worker hijacking Nickelodeon and being
it wasn't the one that like people got mad at for what that one person did, right?
Oh no, that's a different. Are you talking about the one that like disrespects Stephen Hilbert?
Yeah,
That's a different one.
I was like, that's a creepypasta? I thought that was just like some random dude.
That was completely unrelated.
Yeah, okay, alright, good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, this one's different. It's basically some guy being like, stop airing this, you killed art, and then he resigns. That's the whole thing. And people have made a bunch. It's, you could call it the next July 25th, pretty much. That's
okay.
what I
I'll have to look into
next July 25th. And people have been begging for me to do it, so I'm like, I kind of have to do it now. And I also would think it'd be cool if I could cover like the Wario apparition or something along the lines of that.
Mario 64 personalized. That gets a little tricky because then you get into like have you ever heard of Mario 64? I think it's called Classified. That's like
Classified,
a whole series, yeah. Because like that's not even just the Wario apparition at that point. That delves into so much stuff. Yeah.
It's a bunch of crap going on.
Yeah, would you focus mostly like on the Wario apparition part where it's like the head and he's like, Wario, show you fun?
That'd probably be the easiest for me to do. I'll have to see though.
That's probably the most common like remake there is too.
Yeah,
there's
already a decent amount of those.
That's really cool though. I was kind of introducing more like, because I mean I guess that is technically a creepypasta. I feel like a lot of people call it analog horror, but like it's a creepypasta.
Yeah, it's a creepy story it's shared around.
Don't use fancy terminology. It's a creepypasta. Just admit to it.
Yeah, and what if I want to rank Wario heads chasing Mario? You know,
that's the dream right there.
Yeah.
All right, before we wrap up here, do you have any advice to people who maybe want to do the same stuff you do or just be a YouTuber in general?
Oh yeah, I've got the perfect advice that I've repeated a few times on my channel after reviving it. Even if you think, you know, just believe in yourself, okay? Don't give up on what you want to do, even if like, you know, things aren't quite working, like your videos aren't doing well. You never know. One singular video, just like me, could take off and boom. And
me too.
We'll both be
living proof.
Like both of us making horror videos for a living. So I just say, just do it. Don't worry about the numbers because you never know when those could go up. Just do it for fun. And if it takes off, you know, just pursue it if you want. You know, it's just don't let those numbers demotivate you. Like when my channel was practically at death's door, in my mind I was like, nah, I can revive this thing. I thought it'd take all year, but no, it took 1 month. So all it takes is one video for your entire channel to take off. Because it seems YouTube really does push out smaller. I've seen the recommended science videos with only like hundreds of views. I've never seen them. So it seems YouTube itself is trying to push out smaller creators, and maybe that's how I got my mouse.avi video to where it is now. So I do kind of like how YouTube does that. It kind of helps people out. So yeah, just keep making videos, and YouTube might push your video out to a bunch of people, and soon enough you'll have over like 100K, a million, who knows. You know, shorts also help with that, but I would advise against making too many, because then you get inactive subscribers. So
yeah, I'm not a shorts guy, so I can't speak to that. But yeah,
I don't really make shorts that much. I've made like a few. That's it.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming on, imparting your wisdom about Family Guy and Geometry Dash. Always appreciated. People want to find you. Where can they find you?
It was fun. They can find me on YouTube. Look for the Garfield review, the Rap Rat ranking. You know, Twitter, Twitch. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where you can.
Thanks for coming on. Find me. I'm actually gonna track down and see if I can get a copy of Rap right now. I'm not even joking. I really hope it's not expensive.
There probably is one for sale right now.
All right, I'm gonna go look now. Bye bye.